right, this video is similar to 3.5.1, but this time we're going to work with input-output charts that have a missing top number as well. So you can see these have only missing bottom numbers. Well, what do you do if the top number is missing? So you still have to find the rule, but then we have to figure out what strategy we're going to use in order to figure out what the number on the top in the input should be. So we still have our math machine. All right, we put something in the input and the machine does an operation to it and it's going to come out the output. So if we start with 6 and we end up with 10, what did we do? Did we add or subtract? Well, since this is lower than this, we must have added. So I'm going to write that down. And then what can we do to 6 to get 10? How much did we add? We added 4. Let's double check and make sure we're right. If we start with 9 and we add 4, do we get 13? Yes, we do. All right. So now we don't know what we started with, but when we added 4 to it, we get 15. So one thing I could do is I could say, okay, well, blank plus 4 equals 15. Blank plus 4 equals 15. What should go in the blank? I hope you said 11. Another way we could look at that is we could say, oh, I know the answer, so I need to subtract this, and I'll get that. 15 minus 4 would give me 11, okay? So when we don't know the top number, even though our rule is add 4, we're going to do the opposite of adding 4 to get our top number. So 15 minus 4 is 11. Now the rule is still plus 4 because we are thinking whatever we put in the input, we're going to do this rule to get the output. It's just we don't know what we started with. So I think this is really helpful to kind of write down a little problem to help us figure out the top number. So here we have blank plus 4 equals 19. What is going to go in this blank? What did we start with? And then add 4 to get 19. Well, we started with 15. 15 plus 4 equals 19. This is where it's really helpful to slow down and then check your work. Say to yourself, is 11 plus 4 15? If it is, you know you're on to something. If it isn't, you got to go back and check your thinking. So we're going to go down this right-hand column over here, and we're going to do the next input-output chart. We start with 9. We end up with 17. We have to ask ourselves, what did we do? Did we add or subtract? This is lower, going to higher, so we know that we added. How much did we add? If we start with 9, add something and get 17, we must have added 8. 9 plus 8 is 17. Let's double check. 14 plus 8 is 22. That's right. If we break 8 up into 6 plus 2, we add 6 to 14 and get 20. Add 2 more, we get 22. That's how I add numbers sometimes in my head, breaking them up. So then we have to say, okay, well, what did we add? What did we start with? And then we added 8 and we got 25. So I can think about it like this. I can say blank plus 8 equals 25. And what did I start with? I hope you said, oh, I started with 17, because I know 17 plus 8 gives me 25, or 25 minus 8 gives me 17. What about here with 29? So I can say blank plus 8, plus 8 equals 29. What would go in that blank? I hope you said 21. 21 plus 8 equals 29. And we're going to do one more. This time we have 26 and 20 and 23 and 17. So if we start with 26, we do something to it and we get 20, we're going from a higher number to a lower number. So I hope you said, oh, that must mean I subtracted something. 26 minus what will give me 20? 26 minus 6 is 23, minus 6, 17. Yes, because 6 is two groups of 3. 23 minus 3 is 20, minus another 3 is 17. So what did we do here? If we started off with a number, blank minus 6 equals 14. What did we start off with? Well, I can say 14 plus 6 is what? It is 20. Then double check. 20 minus 6 is 14. Hooray. All right, I'm getting a little carried away here. All right, so then what did we start off here? Subtract 6 to give us 4. So blank minus 6 equals 4. What should go there? 4 plus 6 equals 10. Do our little double check. 10 minus 6 equals 4. In these input-output charts, the rule has to stay the same.